preview of a new football game with a very familiar sports legend. Plus, we'll take a look at the latest addition to the Shaun series. Welcome to the premiere episode of Ubisoft Live at E3. I'm Kimi Matsuzaki here in LA to bring you an inside look at everything Ubisoft has to offer. First, let's take a look at the Academy of Champions football trailer.
I tell you, we totally aced that test, man.
Any soda? Hi.
Yeah, look who's here. Come on, let's go!
All right, get ready.
Rawr.
Being that this is our first episode, of course we want to start things off big. That's just how we roll. Joining me today is the living icon, Mr. Pele. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
So what we did was we took some questions around the world from children and we wanted to ask Mr. Pele a few questions. We don't have too much time, but we did manage to grab a few. So starting off in France, Damien is 12 and what he's wondering is how it feels to be involved in a video game.
Well, first of all, it's a big pleasure to me. It's an honor to me to be here with the new generation. You know, everybody knows all my life I was involved with the football, soccer. And then my life is a game, you know. But when Ubisoft invited me to be part of this game, I felt very, very comfortable because I want to be connected with the youngest. Because I don't play more. I retired of football. That time I was with the children, I have connection with the people, and this is the good opportunity with the game to be together with the youngest. That's the reason I accept to be part of this game.
Well, this is a great opportunity to keep involved and we are so honored. Now, staying with Paris, because I guess we have a lot of football fans in Paris, we have Mathieu and he's 7 years old. He likes football and he loves video games as well. So he was wondering, with video games, the important things are balance and coordination and reflexes. Is this also things that are important when you're playing football?
Oh yeah. I think it's very important for creativeness, you know, because the video game you can create, you know. Of course, in the football, you can improve, but it's not the same, you know. In the video, you have a more crazy, you know, movement you can do. You can create a lot of things. It's a little different than football, because in football you didn't have opportunity to make a too crazy thing. But in a video game, it's fantastic because you are free to do what you want to do. if it's something important, something good, all the kids, all the players, you know, play girls and boys, everyone can create, can do the movement they want. This, no doubt, you have free to do.
Great. It sounds like after soccer practice, we can come home and just take it to the next level and have a lot of fun with the game. Now, sticking with England, we have an English kid his name is Lewis. He has just one question for you, and he wants to know, who do you think is the best football player in the world right now?
Oh, Luis, good question. Good question. I'm gonna answer to you. I, play football since I'm 17 years old. With 17 years old, I played my first World Cup, and Brazil won in Sweden in '58. Then since there, I become the youngest champion of the world. I have play against excellent players, Zico, Platini, Maradona. The people say Maradona, Cruyff, Beckenbauer, But it's difficult to say who was the best player, because we have we have a Messi, we have Kaká, the new generation. But my mommy, she told me I am the best in the world. That's what my mommy said. Then I agree.
Well, great. I mean, no matter what, we always have our mother in our corner. Now, we've got a Canadian fan, and his name is Jorge. What he wants to know is, you are such a great inspiration to so many people, and is that ever a pressure for you? And if it's pressure, how do you look past the pressure?
Listen, as you know, I mentioned before, I started to play too young. Then I have a lot of connection with the young people. And always when I go to give a clinic, when I have a speech, I try to give good advice to the youngs, I try to pass my experience to the youngs. I feel good with that because I start too young, my personality created with that. To me, is a little difficult because I am a human being. I can make a mistake, but I thank God because I try to don't disappoint the people. God is so good with me because I could, stay with the kids, with the people. Don't disappoint those people who love me. That's what I try to do all my life.
Well, that's great. Oh, look, we've got another fan from Europe. Bjorn, he's from Germany. What he wants to know is if you like to play video games, maybe by yourself or with your kids, and which ones do you play if you do?
Yeah, of course I like, I am not so good like my son,
but it's
my
fun,
daughter,
right?
Yeah, but I play with them. Of course, the youngest today, they are more skillful. They play more quickly than myself. I am the older generation. The new generation is much more intelligent. But I like to play. It's a good pastime.
And we don't have to be good, but it's great quality time.
It's important. It's to participate, not to play with the kids. This is a fantastic.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Pele.
Thank you one more time. Thank you for the opportunity. I love you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the legendary Pele. Joining me now to talk about some football, that is soccer to us Americans, is product manager Karsten Myhill. So Karsten, of course, the first and most obvious question about Academy of Champions football, what's it all about?
Academy of Champions football provides gamers with the opportunity to fulfill their lifelong childhood dreams, to attend the most fantastic sports academy of all, an academy that every day is filled with madcap training drills, 5-on-5 crazy gameplay, and an in-depth story mode that allows you to interact with up to 50 different characters.
Now I hear that there is an all-star lineup. Tell me who's going to be in the game.
Well, the first licensed character that springs to mind is the headmaster of Brightfield Academy, the academy within the game. is none other than the greatest player to ever play the game, a legend of the sport, none other than Pelé himself. The other licensed character that we have that appears throughout the story mode is US soccer legend Mia Hamm. She appears as a kid in the game and is one of the fellow students at Brightfield Academy.
Now, of course, Pelé is a living legend. Let's talk a little bit more about him. What is his involvement in the game?
We had a short list of one when it came to picking the headmaster for Brightfield Academy, and that was Pelé. And we're over the moon to get him on board. Right from the word go, it's been very important to him that we put across his key values of the sport, which are teamwork, fair play, and friendship. That's been infused in the story mode from the word go, and we're delighted that as we've spent some time with him here at E3, we've been able to show him how we've incorporated him and those values into the game.
Now, with all these special abilities, it sounds like it's going to be a workout right in our living room. Tell us about the control scheme and how it's going to work with the Wiimote.
Well, we do support gamers who just have the Wiimote by itself, but we recommend that the game is played with the nunchuck. Not only that, we also have Wii Motion Plus support as well, so you can clip that onto your Wiimote and you can affect the trajectory of your passing and your shooting by the position with which you hold the Wiimote with the Wii Motion Plus attached. Not only that, you can do your dodge moves by waving your controller left or right. We also support the Wii Balance Board as well, and we have a Brazilian freestyle juggling mini game that incorporates the full use of the body. You keep the ball up in the air on your head, your shoulders, and of course your feet. And yeah, that requires a degree of balance and skill, and although it's easy to pick up right from the word go, you'll need to master that to unlock all the moves.
Now, Pelé mentioned earlier that some of his values were teamwork and friendship. Can you go a little bit and tell us about multiplayer?
Certainly. So the one-player experience features a camera that places you right in the heart of the action. It's pointing up the pitch and you're shooting towards one goal. Multiplayer takes the camera to the side of the pitch, more of a broadcast model. And this means that the two players can't complain that one has the advantage over the other one. It still supports the frenetic, crazy gameplay that Academy of Champions is hopefully going to be famous for. And the special moves look just as great from that camera point of view as well. And just allow gamers to play against their friends, because this is a game, just like all soccer games, that bragging rights is so important.
Well, it sounds like an exciting new game that I can't wait to play with my family of football lovers. Next up, we're going to look at Shaun White's Snowboarding World Stage. But first, let's take a look at the trailer.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick. Oh yeah. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick.
No way. Come on. Hey, we can do better than this.
Shaun White Snowboarding World Stage.
Joining me now are Stéphane Blais and Antoine Guignard from the Shaun White Snowboarding World Stage team. Shaun White Snow 1 was a great success, and it's really only been a year since the first one came out.
Yeah.
Why so soon for a second one?
Why so soon? The reason is very simple. Like you said, it was a success. The team last year were like already working on good new feature to implement in the game. There were great idea working on it, so the team was ready to go to another Shaun White, and this is Shaun White Earth Stage, so we are very, very proud to present this at E3 today.
It's great to hear that we have an excited dev team to just continue and bring us another one, another great game.
Yeah.
Now, for E3, there are some big things you're talking about. Tell us what are the biggest things that you're talking about for the game?
The world stage is all about competition. So it's the same crew from the first one that you from the start that you have them, you are with them, and with Shaun, and you go compete against other crew around the world. So that's the big thing. That's the competitive aspect of it, the more open structure. You travel around the world, so still see great location, but we also introduce like exotic location, like for example, half pipe in Times Square. So that's very exotic, that's very unique, and only like pro snowboarder could get there. So that's one of the aspects that we have.
Yeah, and what can I say also, it's like to feel like Shaun White. In the first one, it was like a freedom aspect of the game, competitive, to feel like a real pro snowboarder, to go to the number 1 position in the world. This is our goal in the game.
It's going to be exciting to play as an elite snowboarder. But I'm elite. What's going to distinguish that fact?
In Shaun White World Stage, what we decide to bring is more like this competitive aspect, so you really have to progress throughout the game. So that's one of the aspects of the game that we really want to put on. But we also introduce like character customization, a lot more of reward also. So as you finish in the top 3 of every race or event, you win reward like gears, boards, stickers that you can put on your board. You can customize your character, customize your experience also. You can also like compare your score with other people online, so you can upload your score on the online leaderboard and compare your score, your trick, your time against friends online.
Outfits and stickers, I'm there. Let's go back to talking about the locations. I know you mentioned Times Square, New York, but where else in the world are we going to see?
Okay, we're still traveling around the world, so we still have like Japan, mountain in Canada, mountain in the US. We still have Chile also, but like I was saying, we have those exotic locations like the Times Square event, Rail Jam in San Francisco, a big event in Paris also, so that's all new. And we have also an event in London, so those kind of things are very special for the game.
Yeah, it's to have access, only pro snowboarder and elite snowboarder can go to this crazy and unique location. It's very important.
And Canada, of course, for a Canadian dev team, naturally.
And Paris for a French company.
Of course. Now with multiplayer, how are we going to get to see that on the Wii?
Multiplayer is back, so we keep the same versus mode that we had in the first one. But in World Stage, it's for the co-op mode, it's totally seamless. So you can like just jump into a career anytime that you want and play with your friend. So we support up to 4 players in the career mode. So anytime that you just jump in and play with your friend, it's totally seamless.
It sounds like it's going to be an incredible time getting our snow on with Shaun White and his friends. And that wraps up episode 1 of Ubisoft Live at E3. Next time, we're going to take a look at Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Smash Up. This is Kimi Matsuzaki bringing you an inside look direct from the source.